Putters, arguably one of the most important clubs in the bag and on your scorecard. 40% of the scorecard, as a matter of fact. Let me ask you a quick question. How many times do you remember changing out your putter in your bag this year? Did you change it out once, twice, 15 times? It's a frustrating club in almost every golfer's bag, which is also why it's one of the most changed clubs in every golfer's bag. Now to the biggest question. Should you buy a blade or a mallet style putter? So today, we're putting blades versus mallets. Let's get it. All right, first off, I'm going to permanently crush one of the biggest myths in golf, and there are a lot of them. In 10 years of testing at My Golf Spy, we have found zero correlation between visual cues and how a putter performs. In other words, looks do not matter. But what does matter is how a putter works with your stroke and the technology in the putter that can help lower your score. Now that we're all on the same page, let's dive in. Before we get into the numbers, let's dive into both style of putters. And first, we're going to cover blades. When they first came out, it was pretty much all about looks and feel. But over the last couple decades, you've seen a little bit of technology added to them to help golfers, with forgiveness and a little consistency, like heel-toe weighting and some of the inserts you've seen. And when it comes to blades, we couldn't think of a single one over the last couple decades that hasn't dominated more than the Scotty Cameron. Blade putters have actually come a very long way. And like I mentioned before, they're becoming some of the most tech-savvy clubs in your bag. All right, let's take this Cobra. This thing is 3D printed. What other club in your bag is 3D printed right now? It's also got a sick face. No, not rad or dope, but sick. What that means is it has a descending loft technology. In layman's terms, no matter how you impact the putt, it's going to launch at the same angle, which is pretty cool. It's also got tungsten weights and a forged aluminum crown. Like we said, pretty tech savvy, pretty rad. Now on to mallets, where it's almost the wild, wild west in regards to designs. And they might look crazy, but they actually can be very functional as well. Take this modern version, the Odyssey 2-ball triple track. This thing might look crazy, but these 3 lines on the top of these balls actually work. They were proven to work in our testing. In over 10 years of testing putters, it's one of the best putters we've ever tested. In general, mallet putters can offer more forgiveness than the blade putters you've putted with in the past. And the reason why that is because of something called MOI, or moment of inertia. 2001, Odyssey started a design revolution in the industry with their 2-ball design. That's when Paul Lowry became the first touring pro to win with the design. After that, you saw any and everybody come out with one at the next PGA show. 2001. Does anybody remember what topped the charts back then? Was it Britney Spears? I don't know. Anyway, let's get to the modern version of a mallet style putter. And that's the PXG Battle Ready Bat Attack. This thing is 100% milled from aerospace grade aluminum. And here in the bat wings, you've got tons of tungsten weighting. And if that's not enough tungsten weighting, there's plenty of more to go around all over this face. This thing is a high MOI machine, and our testers approved of the Bruce Wayne looks. Real quick, we just showed you the PXG, and before that, the Cobra. Those were the 2 winners in the 2022 Most Wanted Blade and Most Wanted Mallet test this year. For more information, check the description below. All right, let's be honest here. Not all of us strike the putter dead center every time. I mean, we're not Tiger Woods. For those of you that don't strike it perfectly, there's a putter called the Even Roll ER2. This putter is one of the best performing blades we've ever seen. And here's why. The face groove technology. All right, here's how it works. Take this exact same putter and remove the grooves. Hit it dead center and it goes 20 feet. Without the grooves, hit it off the toe, let's say a ½ inch. That same putt only goes about 17 feet and a little bit to the right. Off the heel, let's say 16 feet and a little bit to the left. With the grooves, all of those balls go the same distance. That's a major advantage. And also, the V-type grooves here redirect them back towards center. It's almost like cheating. Now talking about tech. Mallets can stand toe-to-toe with blades. Take that triple track 2-ball that we talked about earlier. It's got visual technology. It's got face technology, shaft technology, and it's got a high MOI to help you on those off-center strikes. As you can see, both blades and mallets have a lot of tech in them nowadays that can help you play better, and dare we say, drop strokes. All right, now to the nitty gritty, the testing, where we put blades and mallets head to head, mano a mano, to see which one is best for you. Golf clubs perform differently at different swing speeds, and when it comes to putters, they perform differently at different distances. That's why we break things down by 5, 10, and 20-foot putts. So how we're going to talk about this is by each distance and which style is better for each. So for me, I struggle from 5 feet, and if you do too, you might want to pay attention a little bit more to that distance. But you might struggle from 20 feet. If you do, pay more attention maybe to the 20 feet putts. First, let's cover the best from 5 feet, blades or mallets. If this is where you struggle, you might want to pay attention here more. So after 23,000 putts hit, mallets are the winner from 5 feet and in. All right, now let's get to arguably the most important distance, 10-foot putts. From 10 feet, once again, we calculated 23,000 putts from both all the mallets and all the blades, and from this distance, blades are the winner. Now let's get to the long putts, the 20-footers. From 20 feet, after all the dust is settled, blades are the clear winner. And now for overall, when we calculate all the different distances from 5, 10, and 20 feet, the best putter overall style-wise are blades. Here's a shocking stat. 80% of golfers aren't fit properly for their stroke type alone. We did that with Ping years ago in a fit versus unfit putter test, and that's what we found. So the major takeaway here today is, please go get fit for your putter. It can definitively help you lower your score on the scorecard. When you go get fit for a putter, here are some useful tips. Typically, when you go into the putting corral, as we call it, you'll see a lot of different putters. And what you don't really know is there's been a lane almost created that goes directly to the hole. And what we know is, and what we see is, that if a golfer comes in and makes 3 putts in a row, he's probably gonna buy that putter. That's not the way to get fit for a putter. What we found is, like we said, putters perform differently at different distances. So at minimum, go in there and try 5, 10, and 20 feet putts if they give you that much space. And also hit an equal number of putts from each one of those distances and put it head to head with your putter and actually see if you see a performance difference. Like I said in the beginning, don't sleep on putters. They count for almost 40% of your score, and almost nobody gets fit for one. It just doesn't make sense. And in today's time, with all the new tech innovations and the data sets that we have here at MyGolfSpy, it's proven putters can definitively help lower your scores and eliminate a lot of those 3 putts or 4 putts, if you know what I mean. So until next time, happy putting.